Hey guys, today I'm going to do a review of this LEUPOLD Vari-X 3.5 to 10 by 40 scope. Please note my review doesn't cover tracking or reliability test. What I intend to do mostly is just to present you with all the details of the scope, various views through the scope, and some personal opinion about the scope. It's got the classic tactical LEUPOLD look. Clean matte finish, very simple, plain and classy. This one, from what I can gather, was manufactured around 2000 era. I believe it's a predecessor to LEUPOLD Mark IV 3.5 to 10 by 40, which is used by US militaries on their Mark 11 and SR-25 sniper rifle. Some info I saw in the forum suggested that this scope is actually identical to the Mark IV, but it was just named differently in the early days. Not sure whether that's true or not. The scope comes with LEUPOLD Mark II turret and it features BDC for 308 in Winchester. To me, one thing stands out a bit on this particular scope is the reticle. Most of the tactical LEUPOLD scope I have seen around that era has either Mildot or TMR reticle. This one, however, has a reticle that is outsourced from Premier. I've heard Premier was one of the first optical company in the state that tried farming spiders and used its web to manufacture rifle scope reticle. So no doubt LEUPOLD chose them for good reasons. This reticle made by Premier has oval-shaped Mildots. I believe it's been known as USMC football Mildot. You don't see these very often. If you do get to see one, it's likely to be on one of the old tactical LEUPOLD scope like this one. I actually have always known about the existence of this kind of Mildot, but never actually seen one in person until now. It is quite interesting, but is it actually better than the regular Mildot? That I think could be more of a personal preference. To me, the football Mildot does seem easier to use when it comes to ranging target compared to regular Mildot, but I'm sure the regular Mildot is just as easy to use when handled by a trained expert. Regarding the dimension and specs of the scope, since I can't find anything official, I had to borrow some information from the LEUPOLD Mark IV 3.5 to 10 by 40 LRT M2. I think they should be fairly similar. Of course, do remember every manufacturer can be a bit biased on the scope specs they supplied. Next, let's take a closer look at the turrets. Elevation and windage are 0.5 MOA per click. Elevation according to Mark IV data should have 65 MOA in total. After calibration, this one still has 57 MOA left, and that's plenty. I assume if it's mounted on a 24-inch heavy barrel 308 rifle with the cartridge similar to M852, 1000 meter width turret should be quite achievable. The reticle plane is SFP, therefore is not expanding or shrinking with the power change, and the reticle is true at 10 powers. There is parallax adjustment turret on the left side, but I couldn't find the minimum parallax adjustment distance. I would guess 25 yards. The diopter style on this scope is locking focus. There is the reverse locking ring. Untighten the locking ring, rotate the diopter. After confirmation, retighten the locking ring to secure setting. Next, let's see the scope optical performance. This was filmed a couple weeks ago in a sunny winter afternoon around 2:30 p.m. Temperature is around 20 degrees Celsius and humidity is average. During the half-hour filming, my light meter measured brightness around 750 to 680 lumens. In order to avoid overexposure, my camera setting is shuttered 200 f16 ISO 200. The actual brightness is like this. I've chosen 4 different objects, distance at 48 meters, 120 meters, 190 meters, 770 meters. Let's take them as a reference for 50 meters, 100 meters, 200 meters, and 800 meters to inspect a view of 3.5 power, 6 power, 8 powers, and 10 powers. Finally, let's see what the scope view looked like through Gen 2 clip-on night vision, just purely for an idea. Again, about 100 meter with 6 power. Clear sky, waning moon, city light at the far, and normal street light is available in the area. In conclusion, personally, this is a very plain tactical scope but with quality. The details are not exactly high-end, but it's neat and tidy. There are nothing amazing in features or optical performance, however you feel confident with this scope. There is nothing obviously off on this scope. It's simple and it will get the job done. At the era it was manufactured, it's definitely a decent tactical scope and it's worth every penny. Alright, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I would like to say thank you to my mate Loey for lending me this scope to play. It was good fun. And thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.